Yeah, I'm outside in an AMG.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Mikey Talks Pistons back here with another recap. So, the Pistons won last night against the Magic. It was a really solid game, shot the lights off from the 3 point line. Just a great game. But one of the more heartbreaking sports injuries that I've seen in my lifetime, I'm only 17, so in my lifetime, Jaden Ivey broke his fibula. So, we're getting mixed reports. Some say he's done for the season. Shams is saying that he might come back later in the season. But what does this really mean for the Pistons? So with Jaden Ivey going down, we're going to assume that he's not coming back for the rest of the season. The Pistons can apply for a disabled player exemption. What does this mean? They're given a set amount of money to sign a free agent from the available pool. So in the available free agent pool, there's a few names that catch my eye. Markelle Fultz is obviously the number one free agent available. He has been dealing with knee injuries, tendonitis, tons of stuff in his legs. So taking him on would be very, very risky. And I don't know if Trajan Langdon would do that, but I would be very excited if he gets signed to the Pistons. I think he brings a playmaker into the backcourt. He would be a nice man off the bench, or he could slide into Ivey's role because Cade cannot be the only creator on this team. There's Dennis Smith, which he was a great prospect. Struggled in the NBA. He's kind of bounced around from Charlotte, Brooklyn. I think he's 27 now. He would be an okay fit. I wouldn't be too excited if we signed him, but I could definitely see that. I think that would be more likely than Markelle, unfortunately. But I wouldn't be a huge fan. One that really intrigues me is Lonnie Walker. He's currently playing overseas, so you'd have to come to some sort of a buyout agreement with his team overseas, which always makes things more complicated. So you never really know what you're going to get when stuff like this happens. It's obviously a travesty. You never want to see someone go down, especially someone like Jaden Ivey. He's an unbelievable person, an unbelievable player, and he was really taking a leap. Also, this was the extension year for Jaden Ivey. So the 2021 draft class can become 2022 draft class can become extension eligible after this season. And so the Pistons are either going to get it at some sort of a discount or wait until next year. I hope they wait until next year because Ivey's such a special player and he deserves a lot of money. It's just so unfortunate that this had to happen to him. And it really broke my heart, especially seeing all the players crying. You saw Sar Thompson crying. JB looked like he was tearing up. I mean, I was sitting on my chair watching the game, and I don't think I moved for the next 3 hours. It totally ruined my night. Just an awful, awful scene, heartbreaking. So another route the Pistons could take is they could call up Bobby Klintman from the G League. If they were to do that, I would be happy because I'm a huge Bobby Klintman fan. I've been a fan of him since we drafted him. Showed off in Summer League. I was at a Cruise game the other day, showed some great flashes. And he just dropped a career-high 25 points for the G League. So I think that would be unbelievable if we pulled him up. I think he could show a lot of flashes and maybe get 15 minutes off the bench, maybe 10. Who knows? Hopefully this gives room for Asar Thompson to slide into the starting spot. What I think the starting lineup should be is Cade, Asar, Tim Hardaway, Tobias, and Duren, or Stu. I think Stu, but Duren had a great game last night, so they're not going to bench him after that. That would mean the bench would be Beasley, Holland, Fontecchio, Sasser, and Stu, and then Bobby could be a reserve. So there's a lot of different routes the Pistons could take, and who knows, maybe they'll make a trade. There's a lot of guys on the market. I've seen people talking about Jordan Poole, which I'm a Michigan fan, so I'm a big Jordan Poole fan. I think he's one of the best three-point shooters in the league. He makes space out of nothing. I think he would be a great addition to the team. Who knows what you're going to have to give up for him. He's playing really well this season, so I don't think it's something where we just take on his contract, which I believe is 2 years, $66 million. think we might have to give some value back, but I would like that trade. You see Zach LaVine, but Zach LaVine's getting interest elsewhere. I wanted us to bite on Zach LaVine last year, but I'm pretty sure he went and got surgery, so he didn't have to play for the Pistons. So I doubt that that's going to happen. Lonzo Ball, maybe they take a flyer on someone like him. There's a lot of good options. I mean, as devastating as this is, it's not the end of the world. It's obviously something you never want to see, but there's a lot of different routes the Pistons can take, whether it's a trade, using the disabled player exemption, or just calling up Bobby Clinton. So prayers to Jaden Ivey. I really hope he heals fast and he gets back on the court. Hopefully, maybe he gets some summer league games, anything like that. I just hope he's doing okay mentally, because he's been through a lot in his career, and he does not deserve this. He's the last person I would have wanted this to happen to. And, so I really care about Jaden Ivey, and I think he's going to come back stronger than ever. So, yeah. Well, thank you guys for listening. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed, and I'm going to keep making these.